Hello, everybody. Welcome to Dark Matrix. My name is Crazy J. I'm just one of your fantastic hosts here, as we are going to review Return of the Living Dead. The other co-host, his name is AJ. How you
What's up?
doing?
What's going on?
All right. So let's get into it. What did you like about this movie?
Everything?
Everything. I mean, it was your good typical '80s horror movie. You had your blood, your gore, your nudity. I mean, you had a great soundtrack. I mean, the acting was what an '80s movie should be.
Exactly. Everything was where it was supposed to be.
Exactly. I mean, once the zombie came out, well, once the skeleton came out of the ground and said, "Do you want to party?" Oh, it was on.
Oh yeah, yeah. I liked it from the beginning. The whole part of it, just when it started, just the creepy factor to it.
Oh yeah.
But then the comedy in it definitely made it worthwhile.
Oh yeah. You know, one of the best things about this movie, though, a little known fact, is that a lot of the effects in this movie was literally done using clay.
Which one was it? What was used
When
in clay?
Tarman bit the guy, spiders, not spider, the
Suicide.
Suicide, yeah. When Tarman killed Suicide, that whole head part was a mold in clay.
Kind of looked like it wasn't real skin.
Yes.
I knew it was obviously nobody really got bit. Their head didn't get bit. But yeah, okay, clay.
Yeah.
So probably when they hit the tank and all that trioxin came out and the tar man started to melt, that was probably clay. Or do you know what that was?
Actually, what that was, it wasn't clay. That was when they used the styrofoam and they just made it a styrofoam case based off of the person who played Tarman.
Styrofoam case,
Yeah. So
like a mold. You mean?
yeah, they put plaster over the styrofoam and they melted the plaster off the styrofoam.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. One of my favorite things about this movie though is Linnea Quigley. You can never go wrong with any movie she's ever been in.
What was she in? Silent Night.
She was in
Silent
Silent
Night,
Night.
Deadly Night. Was
Yep.
it one or two?
Part one. She was also in Pumpkinhead.
She was in Pumpkinhead.
Pumpkinhead two,
Two.
briefly. She was in Nightmare Sisters.
I never heard of that one, but
She was.
to check it out. What was Nightmare Sisters?
Nightmare Sisters was about these three sorority girls who were nerdy and clumsy, and all of a sudden, some witchcraft came into play, and they became demonic, good-looking women that got naked and killed everybody, which was good for me.
I have to check it out.
uh, but let's get back to Return of the Living Dead. I think every character played well off of all the other characters.
Who would be your favorite character if you had to pick one?
Trash?
Trash?
Linnea
Trash.
Quigley.
I would pick Ernie.
Ernie? Yeah. Well, another little unknown fact. Ernie actually shot Gina in the head in a deleted scene that never got filmed when Freddy
You
broke
mean
through.
Tina?
Tina. When Freddy broke through the door in the
They
ceiling.
actually killed her off.
Yeah. And Suicide came back to life and attacked the ones that were in the. Uh,
Suicide? Yeah, he always wondered what happened to Suicide. He should have come back.
yeah.
Everybody else came back.
Yep. He came back when they were in the warehouse toward the end of the movie, and they had to fight him off. And the thing is you'll never see these scenes because they were never filmed. They're
This was just in the screenplay.
yeah. So you got to do some digging and look up the actual screenplay and everything. And when you find it, you actually get to know everything that was supposed to have happened. And they actually had a completely different ending to where one person lived, and it was Ernie.
So how would have lived if the bomb, or was it a missile? Was it
Well,
it was a bomb, wasn't it? Like an atomic.
yeah, it was
thing?
it was a bomb, but in the original screenplay, they didn't do the bomb scene,
Okay.
but they kind of had to do something just to like say the good was able to prevail. So the only thing was to wipe the city off the face of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
But in the original, as Freddy was eating Tina,
Okay.
Ernie got away. Because all the other
So-
zombies that were in the graveyard chased the cop car when Bert and the other guy got in it and took off.
Spider.
Yeah.
So Ernie and Tina were both in the attic.
Mm-hmm.
Freddy breaks through.
So
And
Ernie,
beats Tina.
so Ernie shot Tina in the head. Brains were everywhere. Freddy started eating Tina's brains.
Oh, okay.
And then, as he was doing that, Ernie got away.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see that happening.
At least in the screenplay.
Mm.
But the thing is like, I would prefer not to have the ending that they did on the screenplay. I actually like the ending they did with the
No,
movie.
I like the ending. Yeah, it
Yeah.
worked. It was a creepy ending.
Yeah.
When the whole thing blew up and you hear Freddy say, Tina.
Oh yeah. That was
I
good.
still hear that in my head.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Believe it or not, though, the girl who played Tina has not even. She's actually been in other things, but I think her acting IMDb is like 5 movies, and that's it.
Okay.
But everyone, like I said, everyone was perfect for everything. Tom Matthews definitely great, and of course, my favorite line from him is, "Do you like this job?"
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think that with movies like this, you just sit back and enjoy.
Did you hear about that theory? What would make Return of the Living Dead scarier than it really is? I think I saw a video on YouTube. It's a theory that the trioxin, it didn't bring them back to life. It just made them able to move.
Okay.
Which means all the zombies were already conscious. And they were in pain. Remember how the corpse they got, the redheaded, the half lady?
Yeah.
She said that
Makes the pain go away.
Eating brains make the pain go away.
Yeah.
So what if the trioxin just made them move, but they're all dead, but they're awake. They can't move, and they can feel themselves rotting and decaying. And as soon as they're able to move, the first thing that they do is go after brains, whatever does it to make the pain go away.
Yeah.
Which would be messed up. Like even the dog, the split dog,
Oh yeah.
the butterflies.
Yeah.
So what if everything on Earth, me, you, when we die, we're gonna rot and be fully aware of it?
That's interesting. I mean, I look at it like this though. Like, if I know my conscience is still alive, but I know I'm rotting, there's not much I'm really going to be able to do about it.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do. I mean, you're being ground.
Yeah.
It'd be better, even if you got burnt up in ashes. What if that even doesn't do it?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'll leave that to the imagination.
Yeah.
I'll say this though. I say that at the beginning of the movie it says based on actual
So what
events.
the heck's all that? What events? Like, I never heard nothing. I tried to look into it, and there was like, I couldn't find anything.
So what happened here comes my nerd, but in 1950, I think it was 1957, there was a doctor that was trying to do some kind of stuff to enhance brain activity, and they injected this serum into a corpse, and the corpse just started moving. I mean, it didn't get up and walk. This is real. It didn't get up and walk. It just like shuddered on the table, and then after a while, it just stopped. So that's what it's based off of. But then someone took a very good imagination and made a very great movie.
Romero and the Russo both came up with Night of the Living Dead, and then they eventually split the rights. And then Russo got the rights to Living Dead, and then what was the other guy's name? Romero. He got the rights to, was it Day of, Night of, Dawn of, all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So they got the idea from this
The
doctor,
serum.
and
Yep.
That would be pretty fucked up.
Oh yeah. Now see, here's the funny thing. A lot of people think that Return of the Living Dead is a throw off of Night of the Living Dead. They're on completely different spectrums.
Okay.
See, the only thing they have in common is they're both zombie movies. Because in Night they walk, in Return they run.
Yeah.
In Night they don't talk, in Return they do.
And in Return, they plan out stuff. They, the one zombie who went to the paramedics walkie, send more paramedics, send more cops. They can think.
They ambush.
They flank you.
Oh yeah, like it's Call of Duty. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I like it better. I mean, both are good, but I really need to catch up on the sequels. I did see part 2, but to me, it was just a remake of the first one, just in a different setting, because it was Freddy and the other guy. What was his name?
Bert.
Bert was.
Oh no, not Bert. Oh, I forget his name now. Frank.
Frank, yeah. It was Frank and Freddy playing the same characters again, except weren't they grave robbers?
Yep.
Or something like that?
Yep.
And then they find the tanks.
Yeah. Well, no, the kids in part 2 found the tanks. So in this one, Frank and Freddy found the tanks. Well, Frank already knew about the tanks, and he showed Freddy, and then like a bunch of idiots, they opened them. But whatever. In part 2, it was the little kids who found the tanks. Well, the tank. And then in part 3 was where it was in the military. So the kid's girlfriend died, so he took her to bring her back, and she became obviously a zombie throughout the rest of the movie.
Yeah, the military had them all like set up
in a warehouse.
Yeah, I think I remember that one.
And then part 4, Necropolis, which not a lot of people have seen.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
It was. I'm gonna be honest with you. The only reason they call it Return of the Living Dead 4 and 5 is because the trioxin, and that's it, and zombies. I mean, other than that, there's no other comparisons. There's nothing.
Do they run?
In Necropolis, no, but in part 5 they do, which makes no sense to me. I mean, it is what it is, but I don't know. But this one was. Yeah. This was the originator, in my opinion.
Yeah, this was the one. I mean, I've always liked the Dawn of the Dead, the Day of the Deads. But this one was a twist on it. And in my opinion, better.
Oh, yeah.
Just a little better. But nothing against Romero and stuff. I love that stuff, too. I love the remake of Night of the Living Dead.
Oh, yeah. The one made by Tom Savini.
Tom Savini, yeah. He directed it, yeah.
Yeah. See, in comparison, Return of the Living Dead actually broke the mold.
Yeah, everybody says brains now.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't even know where that comes from. There's an episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Did you see the one where...
I haven't seen it, but I heard about it.
Yeah, you never seen that? You gotta watch that show.
Alright.
There's an episode where the girl of the group, she's like an extra in a zombie movie. And all these actors and extras are like dead zombies on the ground. And they're like dead or whatever. And she's the only one that's saying brains. She wasn't supposed to do it. That wasn't her line. But it came from this.
Oh, yeah.
It came from Return of the Living Dead.
Oh, yeah. Now, this movie broke the mold another way, too, is because in all the other zombie movies, if you hit their brain, they die.
Yeah, in this one they don't.
Exactly.
Yeah. And they eat your brain, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Something with brains.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, brain is where all the knowledge is. But in contrast to what a lot of people believe, though, with Return of the Living Dead, people graded an A or B or C. Me personally, this is not a gradable movie. This is just a movie in a league of its own.
Yeah, I mean, if I were to grade it, if you're going to do the whole 4-star thing, 5 stars, I would get 5 stars.
There's not enough stars in the world for me to give a star.
Yeah. This is a good one.
Oh, yeah. Now, the thing about it, though, is, let's break down some of the characters. So, you got Tina. She's the wholesome girl.
Yeah, and she kind of was out, misplaced.
Yes.
With the group. She was the wholesome girl with regular clothes. She wasn't punk.
Oh, yeah. She was, in my opinion, she was the outsider trying to fit in.
And same thing with Freddy.
Yes.
Freddy wasn't, he was like a normal guy. He wasn't punk.
Yeah. Now, you can nitpick on each character, but every single character, like I said, had a part in this movie that was just perfect for them.
I think Spider was my favorite.
Spider, yeah. He was good.
He had some lines that I still have running through my head to this day.
Oh, yeah. There's one line that I can't say because, it's just not politically correct. But, it was
Is
a
that
funny
the one?
line.
Is that the one where he's trying to get the guy to get in the car? He's trying to get
Yeah, yeah,
Bert to get in the car.
that one, and then when he's trying to hold Tarman in the basement,
He's trying to hold Tarman in the basement.
when they all run upstairs after Suicide got killed, and he's I can't say because it's a yeah.
What do you give me a hint? I'm trying to.
He says, "Get over here and help me, you stupid effers." You can't. I mean, this.
Okay.
We're trying to be a little bit PC
Okay.
here. I mean, me personally, I'm more of a R-rated person.
Okay,
So,
okay.
but I don't know. Spider was a good character.
Yeah.
Like,
I think I'm gonna take it back. I like Ernie, but I'm gonna put Spider number 1.
oh yeah. Did you know that Spider was also in Friday the 13th Part 5?
Yeah, he's the one who took a shit.
Yep. He's the one who took.
Jason killed him.
Well, I guess we ain't PC no more.
Yeah.
Yeah, he.
Can I say that on YouTube?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Anyway?
There's people who say the F word and everything like that.
Oh, okay.
My thing is like he played such a good character in this that even his small cameo in Part 5 was memorable.
What's his real name? Spider.
Miguel.
Miguel.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know his full name. I just know his first name is Miguel.
Okay.
And the funny thing about him is like a lot of people try to typecast him because of his nationality and everything like that.
Okay.
And my thing is you can't do that because the dude, he's funny. He can do horror. He can do drama. I mean, this dude can do everything.
He was in a sitcom for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I think it was in the 90s or something like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the name of it, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I don't know, but let's talk about a character that not a lot of people talk about. And that's Casey.
Oh, yeah.
Played by the ever-famous Bee Queen movie, Jules Shepard.
Okay. Yeah, Casey, nobody really talks about her, but she's still important to the whole dynamic of the punk people, the punk
Oh, yeah.
characters.
Yeah. And the thing about this movie, though, that a lot of people don't realize is this movie back in the day when it first came out was going against monster comedies. I mean, you had Eddie Murphy movies out at the time. You had Chevy Chase movies out at the time. You had movies that people were just going to see because they were so PG.
Mm-hmm.
It took a very, very different kind of crowd to make this movie what it was.
No, you did a good job.
Yeah, and to me, it's a cult classic. Always going to be a cult classic. But a lot of people still say this movie is not good for like anybody because of their beliefs and whatever, or they just don't like this genre and stuff like that.
It got 4.5 stars on Amazon.
Yeah.
When I saw it, I was like, "What? Okay."
Oh yeah. I mean, believe it or not, I watch this movie at least once a month. So
I've probably seen it maybe a year ago.
Oh yeah.
And watch it again. Once you start watching it, you can't stop. You can't.
Exactly.
You got to continue whatever part that you're on.
Oh yeah.
You got to continue it out.
Oh yeah. The best part about this movie, and like the whole out of all of it, I'm a big fan of nudity. I'm not gonna lie, but that is not even my favorite part of this whole movie. My favorite part of this whole movie is when that zombie picks up the thing, because I'm not expecting it. And he says, "Send more paramedics."
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
I was not expecting that.
I think my favorite was when I first saw Tarman.
Yeah.
When they pulled the curtains back.
Oh yeah.
And the camera kind of like, was it move away or does it zoom in?
Actually, they used a zoom camera, so the camera was actually where all the people were standing on the stairs.
It zoomed in, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it zoomed in.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was a kid, I was like, "Crap, is that?"
Oh yeah. And believe it or not a lot of horror movies use that. Like, I mean, you get close-ups of whoever is your main villain or monster or whatever. Yeah. But another movie that this kind of camera view was used in was a movie called See No Evil with Kane.
Did Sam Raimi do that?
No.
But he sort of did something like that in Evil Dead.
Yes.
Remember how he would zoom in all around the room
Yes.
to the objects?
Oh yeah.
He did that in Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah. Spider-Man's Sam Raimi's Spider-Man to me can't be really touched a little bit just because of the dynamics of the camera views.
Yeah.
You know. But I mean, if you really look at it, like you ask me, everyone says, "What's your favorite horror movie?" Right here, Return of the Living Dead. But then I'm like, is this really horror? So
It
now,
is.
yeah, but now I'm like, it's my favorite zombie movie.
Yeah, it's up there. My favorite horror movie, I would say, is The Shining.
The Shining was good.
But this is my favorite zombie movie in the horror genre.
Yes, yes. You know, this whole franchise, and I actually have every single one of them in my collection, believe it or not. You know, well, it's not hard to believe, but whatever.
Not with what you got, not what I've seen.
Yeah. You know, it's, the thing is this movie will always stand the test of time. I could be 90 years old on my deathbed watching this movie, and I know I'm dying happy.
I'll be there with you.
You know, I mean, this movie is. This was the party movie of the 80s.
Yeah.
Everyone's like Revenge of the Nerds, and no. This was the original party movie, in my opinion. Okay, that's not true. Slumber Party Massacre was pretty good too.
Okay.
But still, this to me was just like
Yeah.
phenomenal. You know, and if I had to give it a star rating, I'm gonna give it 5 stars.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's like, even during the credits when the music is playing, I'm like, I won't even turn off the credits just because I like the song that's playing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and my wife, she'll never watch it because, well, you know, she's afraid
She's
I'll
never
scare
seen
her.
it?
Oh no, she's seen it. She just won't watch it with me because she thinks I'll scare her.
Oh,
But
okay,
she's
okay.
100% right.
Okay.
You know, but for the review of this movie, I don't think anyone can actually do it justice. But we can just relay our own opinion on what it is.
Yeah.
You know,
Some people may not like it. You know, that's up to them. But I'm gonna put it up there in my top 10
no,
horror movies.
you know, it's number one in my.
Is it?
Yeah.
More than the Pennywise and Michael Myers and all that stuff.
Well,
Halloween.
Well, see, all right, this is my favorite zombie movie.
Okay, see, that's other.
So this is my favorite zombie movie, but like, when it comes to the horror genre, I mean, you can't really put Return of the Living Dead with it or with Michael Myers because they're just 3 completely different.
They are.
You know.
Yeah, they are.
And my thing is you got to look at this movie as an artistic viewing of what someone saw in their mind, and I'm like, they painted a masterpiece.
Yeah. Even the artwork for the poster there.
Oh yeah,
It's pretty sweet.
you know. And my thing is when people start to realize that these are not hidden gems, these are everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 stars on Amazon. It's when it was on Netflix. It was actually, I don't think it's ever been on Netflix, but people watch it on YouTube. People watch it on regular TV when it shows, and you don't get the good stuff. You know, it's just a good movie. I mean, favorite death in the whole movie.
Does that count zombies who are already dead?
No,
Oh, you mean
just the main characters.
Probably Freddy.
Okay.
Because yeah, it took him a minute. Freddy and Frank. But Freddy, yeah. I mean, how Tina was all up on him and stayed with him in the chapel.
Oh yeah, that's what I call a dumb person.
Yeah, I mean, if you see what's going outside,
Yeah.
what's going on outside, you're gonna lock yourself up with that. No,
Oh yeah.
but I would say Freddy.
My favorite death scene, and it's not because I see this lady as one of my favorites and stuff like that, but she literally foreshadowed her own death right before.
Oh yeah,
You know, and I'm talking about trash.
yeah.
Like, she like, for old men to rip my clothes and eat. You know.
Eat her alive. Yeah.
You know,
Like, that's pretty sick, and she got her wish
yeah,
because they were old.
and she did get eaten
Yeah.
numerous ways.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, but those like death scenes like that you don't get nowadays.
No, you don't. Everything's cheesy.
Yeah,
It's just horror nowadays are hit or miss.
oh
You
yeah,
know, most of it's just the computer animation is just the CG is just really bad.
yeah, yeah. Well, see, like I said, back then they used practical effects. I mean, in July when I meet Tom Savini, I mean, I'm meeting an icon. So my thing is I got 101 questions, and I'm probably only going to be able to get 5 out. You know, but
Yeah.
but one of them is like, what made him get into this genre? That's the number one reason.
Yeah.
That's one. That's the number one thing I want to know.
Well, you'll meet them.
Oh yeah, you know, it's about that time. We going to be getting off here soon. Any final thoughts?
Just check it out. If you haven't seen Return of the Living Dead, check it out.
You heard it from AJ. Check it out. So this has been Crazy J and AJ for Dark Matrix. We've reviewed Return of the Living Dead. If you like us, subscribe to us, and also, if you have any ideas of what you would like us to review or topics you would like to have us discuss, reach out to us, and we will definitely be more than happy to do that. Until now, y'all, it's party time.